Hi there, my name is Art from the Fun News franchise, and I teach people how to publish their own newspapers. This is one of my papers. You'll notice it's all color. It's beautiful. And there's nothing in here but advertising. Everything in the paper people pay for, and I make money. And for the last 7 years, I've been teaching people to do their own papers. Here's one of my tabloids. Here's another paper. Here's another. I've been doing all kind of papers, all kind of magazines, all kind of tabloids, and I've been making all kind of money. And over the last few years, I taught over 500 people my business. And more than half of them are in business today making money with their own media publications. Some of them, here's one of my recent publishers, here's another one of my recent publishers. Some of them even have 3, 4, one guy's got 5 different publications going. Now this is my latest thing, it's my sample paper. This sample paper makes everyone successful, because the sample paper has all your selling built into it, so you don't have to be a salesperson. Now, what I teach people is to get into basically the advertising business. And a lot of you people are familiar with this here, Clipper magazine. And basically I'm teaching you to do the Clipper magazine, except you don't got to pay anyone. I teach you how to do it from scratch. I'm teaching you how to do the mailing, just like Valpak. A lot of people are familiar with the Valpak. I'm teaching you how to publish your own publication, similar to the Coffee News, but a lot more extravagant, full color, 12 pages at a minimum. You know, some of my papers were 24 pages. I had one publisher, his first paper was 64 pages. A lot of people are familiar with this. The flyers that come to the house from the Red Plum and other things like that come in the mail. I teach you how to do all that, and I teach you to do it without any staff, without any overhead, without any expenses. And it's a really simple business premise. Basically, it's targeted advertising. You'll pick out a zip code or 2 that you're going to do your mailing to, and the same zip code or 2 that you're going to be mailing your paper to, you will sell the businesses in that zip code advertising. And you'll sell advertising very easy, because you'll be able to offer an 1/8 of a page full color ad for a penny a house. In other words, you'll be able to go to the business and offer the businessman an ad this size. This is the sample paper I'll supply you with, but you see how the sales ads are in here already. All you have to do is turn the pages. So what's happening is you sell a guy that size ad for $100. You mail it to 10,000 homes. That's how it cost him a penny a house. Meanwhile, you're getting $800 a page, because it's an 1/8 of a page. And you'll sell the front and the back page for more money. So you'll get over $10,000 in revenue on your newspaper, and it costs under $3,000 to print and mail it. And again, we'll teach you everything: how to mail it, how to print it. This is another one of my sales flyers. There's my top sales girl, my wife. And this is what it looks like in the trunk of my car. You got 8,000 in the trunk, another 2,000 in the back seat, nothing with nothing. And once a month, I bring it to the post office and I mail it. 17 cents a copy. That's today's rate. When I started, it was 14 cents. But anyhow, it's easy to sell advertising with my system. And there's no competition because I got all my customers from my competition. I actually chased the Valpak out of the area. I chased the Coffee News out of the area. I chased the Clipper magazine out of the area. I chased them all out of my area because nobody could compete with me. Even though my prices were so low, I was still making a fortune, and you can too, as a lot of my publishers have been doing. Now, over the last 6 years, what I normally did with my students, because that's what you are, it's a student, I teach you my business. I'm not selling you a franchise or a going business. I teach you everything I know, all proven to be successful. But over the last 6 years, I normally would send my students my papers, and they would have to go around showing papers to their local businesses with North and South Carolina businesses in it, which wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Half of the people that I trained went on to make, more than half, went on to make successful businesses, and half of them, a lot of them never even went out to sell advertising because some of them had 50 and 60-hour-a-week jobs. Some of them had businesses that they couldn't take time away for to start this business, even though they wanted to. And many people just signed on because my price is so affordable. But now, whoever signs on, they go out with this generic paper. That's why it's called hometown. It could be any town. And over the last year, we've incorporated advertorials into the format. In other words, it used to just be a coupon paper, and we still chased everyone out of business. But now, we're even better. You'll notice it looks like a regular newspaper, which adds value. Most of the advertising is advertorials. And when the customers read the advertorials, they are going to be so blown away that they're going to ask you, hey, can you do that for me? And you're going to tell them, yeah, I can do that for you. And you can, because I'm going to teach you how to do that for them. Now, what's so great about advertorials? Number one, advertorials are twice as effective as regular ads. Now, right down here, this whole thing is a sales pitch down here. You don't have to say nothing. You just have to read off the paper. There's sales pitches everywhere in this paper. Over here in between these two ads. Over here in between these two ads. There is sales pitches and things that you're supposed to remind the business of throughout the whole paper. Here's another one here in between the two ads. But what makes the advertorial so great is, number one, this is a sales pitch right here, telling a bunch of businesses to band together and take a page ad. There are sales pitches everywhere in this paper. This is a whole list of sales pitches that while he's looking at this, you'll be reading him the rest of the sales pitches. And these sales pitches work, and they're true. They're not lies. There are sales pitches here at the bottom of the advertising. There are sales pitches here at the top. Anyhow, anybody can sell advertising now with my generic sample papers, which I supply to you along with the program so that you will succeed. I also supply you with the software and teach you how to design the ads and the advertorials. And the reason the advertorials are so good, number one, they're more effective. They've been proven to be 10 times more effective than regular ad copy. This is a fact. And you can verify this. Just Google it on your computer. You'll be directed to 20 websites. all telling you about, this regular ad copy got 500 responses. This advertorial got 5,000 responses. It's been well documented and well proven that advertorials are 10 times, if not more, effective than regular ad copy. There are a lot of people today that specialize just in advertorials. They do them for the medical community and a lot of other different businesses. And in my sample paper, you've got every business you could think of. The insurance guys, you've got, there's like every business. All the most popular businesses are in here. But anyhow, with the advertorials, the customers are forced to take a bigger ad because you need a half a page ad at least to do an advertorial. And a lot of times what happens is you'll convince a customer to do an advertorial and at the same time to do regular ad alongside of it. This way what happens is it seems as if the advertorial is a write-up. Like, in other words, this is the advertorial, and it's basically a write-up from a customer that used this contractor. And so this is a review, and this is the real ad. And when they see both together, it lends credibility to the fact that the advertorial is a review, and it's true. So, number one, the advertorials are more effective. Number two, the customer needs a bigger ad to do them. Number three, a lot of times you'll sell that same customer 2 ads. Another thing is that they don't track the advertorials. When it's a good business and they're going to get a lot of coupons back, like the Golden Corral, oh man, the guy would get thousands of coupons. Of course, who doesn't want to go to the Golden Corral? But when I put a new business in the paper with a coupon, even though it says buy one, get one free, the community doesn't know this guy. And even though he's giving something away free, it doesn't have much value because the community doesn't have any trust in this guy, any familiarity with this business, any confidence in this business. But when you do the advertorial, you're given enough room and enough space where you can tell why you should go to the business and what makes the business so great. If you go on my website and read the sample paper up close and read the advertorials, you'll understand why they're so effective. Now, along with the software, along with the sample papers, along with everything else, we give you a detailed manual, a 25-page manual. I mean, I teach you everything, and I teach you one-on-one via Skype. I teach you how to find your printers. I teach you how to lay out the papers. I teach you how to design the ads. I teach you everything there is. I teach you how to sell. I teach you how to make money. I teach you and teach you, but I teach you for 12 hours. I mean, I can't teach you forever. Now, you will have to do a lot on your own. And I teach you to distribute your papers through the bulk mail system as well as through retail. Because you see, I've been successful both ways. I've been successful distributing my papers through retail, distributing them through the bulk mail. I've been successful with black and white papers, with color papers, with tabloid papers, with 12-page papers, with 48-page papers. Everything I ever printed made money. And I can teach you to make money. And this is a business that you don't have to buy a franchise. You're just signing on for my tutelage, where I will teach you everything I know. And you got to be prepared to do a little work on your own. It's no different from a college course. When you go to the course and you spend an hour in class, the teacher gives you 3 hours of homework. And yeah, we'll do an ad together, but then you'll have to do a couple of ads on your own. We'll do an advertorial together, and then you'll have to do a couple of advertorials on your own. Anyhow, you're going to have to do some work on your own. That's just how this works. I can't run the business for you. Obviously, you're going to have to sell the customers in your area, or I can't do that for you either. But the thing about this here is that I will help you with everything. I will help you when you get started and you first go around visiting the local businesses and signing them on for advertising. The first thing is they're going to tell you, well, sounds good. Make me up a sample. So you'll get the information from them, you'll find out what they want, and you'll make up a sample. But you'll send it to me first, and I'll tweak it for you, and I'll maximize it, and I'll make sure that it's going to be accepted by your advertiser. Now also, you'll be able to print anything. I mean, I'm an expert with these coupon magazines, but I teach people to do auto traders. I teach them to do homes and land. I teach them to do mugshot papers, tourist books, golf books, restaurant guides. You can do magazines. You could do newspapers. You could do anything. There isn't anything you wouldn't be able to print, because it's all the same. Once you know how to do it, it doesn't matter what you're printing. And I'll teach you everything I know, and everything I know has been successful. And there's no royalties here. When you get started, you go around to the businesses, and your opening paragraph is basically the same as mine. Listen, I'm printing a paper in the area. We're going to be sending it to all the homes surrounding your business. Everyone in this zip code, all 10,000 homes. I'm going to have ads in my paper that are starting at a penny a piece. Full color ads. Just like this, an eighth of a page. Full color. That's going to cost you $100. Do you think we could sit down and talk about it? For $100, I'll put an ad like this into 10,000 homes. You know, it costs $600 for 10,000 business cards from Vistaprint. Everybody is interested. Everybody will sit down with you. Everybody will work with you. What you're selling is targeted advertising. You're selling the best value in the advertising business. You're selling yourself. Now, there's no royalties here. There's no overhead. You work out of your house. When you go around to visit the businesses, you sign them on. You'll go around, you'll look credible, you'll have samples, you'll have a presentation book, you'll look really good and trustworthy, and they'll sign on. And you'll get 50% deposit. When you get your 50% deposit, you would have collected enough money to pay for your printing and for your mailing. So it doesn't cost any money to get started. The only money it costs to get started is to learn the business and to get the software and to get the samples and to get my one-on-one tutelage. This I get $19.95. And I don't mean $19.95, $1,995. And it's all inclusive. It includes the software. It includes my manuals. It includes the samples. It includes my one-on-one personal training. We'll do it on Skype. It's easy. You'll be able to watch the computer and watch me as I'm designing the ads. The first night we'll design an ad together. And you can start for free. Because if you go to my website, click anywhere on this video. If you're watching it on a YouTube, you'll be directed to my website. There'll be the category Start for Free. You can start for free and go around in your area and determine if you have the capabilities to be successful in this business. Follow the instructions. Now, I'm available 24/7 because I'm retired. I work with people from England, Canada, Scotland, Ireland, naturally the USA. But the thing is, I work around my students' schedule. And we usually work a 2-hour block at a time. So I'm available whenever you're available. None of that is a problem. Now also, I was extremely successful. I started my vehicle in the Carolinas, North and South Carolina. Half the businesses there would not talk to me. They didn't want to talk to the Yankee. And I only lived there for 6 years. But for 6 years I was super successful, even though I was a transient. Even though half the businesses wouldn't talk to me because I was a Yankee and a foreigner. This business plan and model is so solid. It's a business for dummies. Any dummy can do it as long as you're willing to go out and tell the businesses what you can do for them. The rest of the stuff I'm going to teach you, the making of the ads, the mailings, all of that stuff is mechanics. I teach you that step by step. None of that is difficult. As long as you're willing to go out and work, you can be successful. But I don't guarantee your success because I don't know if you're going to go out and work. And the way it worked for me is, after the first 3 months that I was doing my paper, I hardly worked because all I did then was go around and collect checks from the businesses. I didn't really have to do any more selling. I started my business when I was retired already, so I didn't have any interest in growing and expanding like a lot of my publishers. You know, I'm 60 years old. But anyhow, this is a business that has unlimited possibilities, unlimited potential. This is a business you need no skills for. If you could download a photograph from your camera into your computer, I can teach you to be successful in this business. Along with selling the customers the newspaper ads, I would do signs for them and banners for them and table tents for the restaurants and mugs and caps, all kind of other advertising products that had to do with designing. So once I created a relationship and the guy was in my paper, then I would slowly start selling him more stuff. And I made a lot of money. And you can make a lot too. And I was in a terrible location. It was very rural where I was. I had to travel a 40-mile radius to encompass 30,000 people. Now I'm back in Brooklyn, New York. I left the Carolinas, but the idea is I have 30,000 people in a half-a-mile radius in my own zip code here, 30,000. So everybody's marketplace is a little bit different. But anyhow, visit the website. Give me a call. If you have any questions, I have all the answers. If you've been looking for a business, don't take a chance with your life savings. Don't be a gambler. This one, you're going to learn the skills. You're going to learn to publish. You're going to learn to design. You know, it costs $5,000 just to take an online course in graphic design. I'm going to teach you that. You're going to be a designer when we're done. You're going to be a publisher when we're done. Only thing you have to do is go and give the business plan to the businesses surrounding inside the area where you're going to do the mailing. You just got to say one paragraph. Hi, my name is Art. I'm going to be doing a paper like this, all color in this area. I'm going to be offering full color 1/8 of a page ads for $100. But what's more important is I'm going to mail it to 10,000 homes. That breaks down to a penny a house, a full color ad. Do you think you want to reach all the households surrounding your business for a penny a house? There's 3 people in a house. I can put your business in front of 30,000 people for $100. 3 people for a penny. Yeah. They're all interested. But I usually would sell them, actually I always sold them bigger ads, At the end I never even sold the eighth of a page. I always sold bigger ads. But it's the door opener. It's what gets their ears perking. It's what makes it easy for you. And as a worst case scenario, you'll sell them the eighth of a page ad. But that's not what we're shooting for. We're shooting for a full page. We're shooting for a half a page advertorial with a half a page ad below it. Anyhow, call me up, visit the website, funnewsfranchise.com. If you're watching this on the website, great. If you're watching it on YouTube, click anywhere on the screen and it'll take you to one of my websites. Again, I'm available when you're available. If you don't talk good English, don't call me. I don't accept every student. I'm only one person. And I'm the only person who gives away all the business secrets. All those companies I mentioned before, the Valpak, a $75,000 franchise, they don't tell you how to do it or teach you how to do it. The Clipper magazine, you can't even buy a franchise. It's a multi-million-dollar business. The Red Plum, you cannot buy a franchise. The Coffee News, $12,000. But again, they don't teach you to do the business. I teach you to do the business from the ground up. There's no middleman. And it's the greatest business ever. It's a one-man, all cash business where you're selling to other businesses. So you're not selling to dummies. You're selling to business people, successful business people. There's no competition because that's where you're going to get your customers from. Out of all the other newspapers and magazines in the area, you're going to steal their customers. Maybe you'll be as good as me and you'll chase them out of your marketplace. But if not, the customers, the businesses are still going to sign on with you. Don't be a stranger. I take you step by step into your own business. My name is Art. Visit me, call me up. If you don't call me up, we can't do business. If you call me up, I can check your zip code. I can tell you exactly how many businesses and homes are in your zip code. I can tell you what I would do for a business plan in your zip code. Give you an idea what it looks like over there. Don't be a stranger. Don't be afraid. You can do it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. If it's not for you, make sure you tell someone that you know that needs a job, that wants to go into business, someone that this information can truly benefit. Because you don't make no money here when you're sleeping. Your computer don't make no money for you. Although you can email, the flyers, like the flyers that I showed you, you can email that to businesses, like I used to do on Craigslist. And I would get some of the contractors to sign on. But you can't really build a solid foundation with that. That's just something extra when you have some time. But if this business opportunity is not for you, tell someone you know about it. Where could you go into business for $1,995, including the equipment, including the training, and your customers are in place? It's unbelievable. Don't be a stranger. I'm waiting to hear from you or one of your loved ones. Bye.